from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was no
Introducing GForceTV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForceTV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washouican Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForceTV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForceTV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForceTV Racing Leagues. GForceTV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForceTV.
Alright, good evening, dirt fans. How y'all doing out there tonight? Back here for the Monday Night Madness here for the GeForce Racing League. And these guys are about to put on a good show as Heat Race 1 is upon us here tonight. And I tell you, if you don't know, maybe if you've been living under a rock or something, I hope not anyways, because that's usually Patrick on SpongeBob.
Not gonna be comfortable, I don't think either. So,
no, that would be a good one. But either way, if you've been following us here for the past several weeks, these are the 360 Wing Sprints Renegade Series here for the GeForce Racing. And we got the Cruise Shop, FW.com, Heat Race 1 here tonight. And Doug, I tell you, we got something special coming this week. Epsilon Wraps is actually putting it on for us. So before we get green real quick, just give it a little smidget of what we got coming on tomorrow night.
We got a whole bunch of charity races coming up. The Epsilon Sprint Wraps Triple Crown Charity Event. This is for Lennox Mobley, a young man who was burned down in Port Royal. The Steve King Foundation is taking care of everything. We've got races Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 and 9:30, and then Sunday and Monday as well. We'll give you more about it as we go on, but the green flag is ready to come out, so step up, guys. Do what you can to help, okay?
Absolutely, and I tell you what, it's going to be an outstanding event. All week starts tomorrow.
Sure is.
We're going to go to Thursday, and then we're going to be back on Sunday and Monday. Green flag flies, though. Heat race number 1 here for the GeForce right now. These guys are concentrating on Renegade style. Remember, the top 4 transfer in. They got a battle happening, though. I was on Connor Ross for a minute, and Connor Ross just did a do-si-do move upside down. He's out of it right now.
I don't know if he hopped the wheel or what, but Stephen Goldner didn't waste any time. He went to the outside and took the lead right off the bat. Kyle Mooney is the one chasing him down. He was the fastest qualifier in this event. Joe, you and I got to see this track on Thursday. Fairbury's tough. It's small. It's a quarter mile with walls around it. This is not an easy track.
No, it's not. And, you know, I've messed it up a couple times. I'll call it Farbury, but Fairbury right there. And it looks like Corey's Sean
I think it was Was he the one that got the wall there?
He did got the wall, and actually Steven Fernberg actually got into him a little bit. Michael Redding's kind of off the pace somewhat back in 6th place, but Jess Bandy hanging on to the 4th place. Everybody kind of spread out a little bit right now. They're in that top side cushion for the moment, though.
Lane Snook is the guy who's on the outside looking in, literally, as we've got 5 cars that have kind of broken away, all using that very high line. Snook's lap times are comparable, but I think the battle is going to be for that last transfer spot with Jess Bandy.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Lane Snook, 11 years old, young. Well, I'm going to tell you what, this kid, though, man, knows how to wheel these things right here in the virtual world. He's trying to get in that last transfer spot, trying that low line, just not sticking. We've seen earlier, checkered flags out one more time. Looks like Stephen Goldner's going to get it. And Lane's just not going to be able to get around him. Jess Bandy's going to hang on the 4th here in the heat race 1.
Yeah, you saw him go down low to try to get something going there those last couple laps. Didn't work. And also, Lane, isn't he a kart racer in the non-virtual world?
Yeah, he does do something the kart-wise. It always thrills me when he gets out his little sheet. When he gets up to top 3 there, he gets his little sheet out. And all the little sponsors, man, it's kind of cool.
He's been raised right in the racing world.
Absolutely. Heat race number 2 upon us here tonight. 2W's Plumbing. I'm going to tell you what, 2W's Plumbing, you know, we've said it a million times, and here's the website, folks. You can go to www.2wsplumbingllc.com. That's 2wsplumbingllc.com. And let me tell you what, you know, you're up in the New York area. I know, Doug, it's getting cold up in that area. These guys are from the New York area. If your pipes freeze, you have any plumbing work that needs to be done, check them out, 2W's Plumbing and Contracting. They will definitely. Chris Whippleman does an outstanding job.
They actually mentioned that S word as a possibility this weekend.
Oh, nice. Bring it down here, man.
But the snow word is like a swear word up here when it's October. We don't like that. So we've trick-or-treated in the snow before. So Jeff Barker, Matthew Croak on the pole, Kyle Barker, John Hine. Boy, John's been running real well lately. He's starting 4th. Terry Landis, Preston Kramer are 5 and 6. Matt Ramsey and Aiden Young round out the starters. Yeah, we hate that around here. I'm going to dig the darn snowblower out of the shed and make sure it's ready to go.
Dang. That's the thing. We don't get much snow where we are down here in the NC area, so, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, heat race number 2, 2W's Plumbing.
Yeah, no snow here either because it's virtual, okay?
No snow
issues at all, okay?
No doubt. Green flag.
Matthew Croak.
Yeah, Matthew Croak right there doing an outstanding job. You got out front. Jeffrey Barker right there behind him. Mike Kramer. Actually, that's going to be Preston Kramer because the 07. I don't know why it's still showing Mike, but hey, either way, it's Preston Kramer, and he makes a good slide job move to take on 2nd.
And I noticed that what Barker did there, too, is he kind of knew that the top lane is the better way to go, so he kind of fell in line. But what a nice job there by the 07 of Kramer's. He is now up to 2nd, but right away, we got Croak in a runaway so far.
He does. Matthew Croak right now definitely in well, never mind. He just kind of croaked up front. Yeah, and Preston right there all over his back bumper. You got Terry Landis and Jeffrey Barker. Boy, it's a battle for that 4th place with Aiden Young.
Yeah, Barker was the one who got up there to the outside, and he is now out of a qualifying spot. Everybody got that accordion effect we talked about, and everybody had to check up there.
Aiden Young in the wall.
He was in 4th, too.
Oh, he was. He got up there, clipped the wall. And what happened was when he clipped the wall, that thing just got up. What I'm noticing here, too, I don't know if you're seeing the same thing I am, they're getting up there in that cushion, but they're also getting those tires up there against the wall.
Yeah.
A lot of times that they do that to straighten out the car, but you can go a little overboard. It's what we call it the wicked cushion. But they can go a little bit of overboard up there, Doug. And what we're seeing tonight is these guys are actually climbing the wall and getting in trouble. White flags out.
Well, it's almost not really a cushion. It's just kind of where the clay changes, you know, because a cushion, you can throw that right rear on and it'll hold you. There's no holding those cars up top tonight.
No, and it doesn't look like it's formed up a little bit. We might see it here as the checker flag flies. Matthew Croak's going to win. Jeffrey Barker's going to hang on the 4th here in the heat race 2 of the 2W's Plumbing. But, yeah, it doesn't look like there's a full cushion formed right now. Now, obviously, by the time we maybe get to the feature here tonight, there should be a more of a cushion. You'll see it form up as the races goes on. But, excuse me there, folks. Heat race number 3, Schultz Heating and Cooling. Yeah, trying to get a little choked up there.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch anything. That's why I was wondering what you did. So.
Well, I tell you what, Schultz Heating and Cooling, heat race number 3, and again, actually in the same area. So we've always throw this out here, week in and week out here, Doug. They're in Plantsburg, New York. So is 2W's Plumbing. So not only is Schultz Heating and Cooling, and obviously we just talked about the winter time for those guys. You want to get your AC heating system and checked out, get it ready for the winter months, get it ready for summer months next year. Also,
get ready for this week. What are you talking about?
There you go.
For this week. Ours is on right now.
Absolutely. Just get it all ready and get it going. But like I said, not only while you're out getting 2W's Plumbing's out there, you can have old Schultz Heating and Cooling out there too, because in the same area, and those guys may do outstanding work. Mike Schultz and company definitely doing good. As we're here in heat race number 3, got a pretty good stacked field here. Ryan Beagle and Chase Hess, and this one Blake Chapman in there.
Yeah, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Maximum's in here. Joe Backus has been strong. Sean Bowers, Kevin Fry. There's a lot of good cars in this final qualifying heat. Again, top 4 is how you advance and avoid the consolation race, and that consolation race will be coming up right after this.
Fairbury, definitely a very fast track, almost just like Kokomo. They really are about similar, because as far as speed-wise, width-wise, and looking, you just saw right there Chase Hess. He had to gather that thing up. He had to almost chase his car around, because that thing came out running wickedly loose here at the Renegade Series. He's up the 5th, got Joe Backus right there, though. Contact up front. Blake Chapman's around.
Skittles all over the track.
He did, and he poured them all over Joe Backus. His Backus man just destroyed the wall. Blake Chapman's in the back there.
Look who's in front. Chase Hess, who just early. Oh, this is a wild one here.
It is, man. Chase, he was like, man, the Skittle seas parted for him right there, and he was able to take it up. And Ryan Beagle got in the wall, and Beagle right back there along with Jeff Fitzpatrick. I'm gonna see. You know what I'm seeing so far here, Doug?
What do you see?
These guys are having their hands full. This looks like a slick track right now. I don't know what is wrong, but they are having a time coming out of these turns. This thing actually, I've not seen the 360 wing sprints in the Renegade Series have this much of a handling problem.
Yeah, I wonder if it, I know it's the 3rd heat race, the track's getting a little slicker, but all of a sudden everybody having trouble getting around. And you'd think those Skittles on the racetrack would make it stickier, but I guess not in this case. So, yeah.
Well, what's up, again, YouTube channel? How you doing?
I want Skittles, okay? Every time I watch that car, it makes me. Chase Hess out in front, though. He's got almost a 3-second lead on the field. Ryan Beagle, that 84 is in the last qualifying spot, but here comes Kevin Fry.
Well, I'll tell you what, checker flag's out, white flag, though, and you got a battle for second. Sean Bowers, Jeff Fitzpatrick, they're going to try to drag race it to the line, and boy, Jeff throws the slide job in, and you just see that inside lane won't hold. Woo. Kevin Fry going to try. He's going to hang on the 4th. Ryan Beagle outside looking in, but Chase Hess does pull it off here. That brings us into our B main here tonight. Some exciting racing so far. That puts us up in our B main here, folks, and that's going to be Toronto tickets. And folks, I'm going to tell you what. We've said it a million times. We'll say it a million more.
Yeah, don't let that name fool you.
There you go. Don't let that name fool you. Mm-hmm. Just also says Torontos, and obviously everybody. Yeah, unless you just
that's just where they're based out of, okay? That's all it is.
Unless you just don't know, or you fell asleep in geography class or something like that. Torontos, yes, is in the Canada area, but they do service North America and Canada, yes, so definitely. And the most known thing about them, be free.
That's the big one right there, and I think the ticket industry kind of woke up on that a few years ago, and especially now they're having to reset that whole industry, so you can probably get some great prices. So make sure to check them out, because a lot of stuff's going to happen soon. 13 cars in this one, only 12 will make it, so somebody is going to have to watch this one, Joe.
Yes, it is. One person will, because it's 13
only
out,
one.
So only one. Hey, what's up, Aaron? We're at Fairbury, iRACING.com. I tell you what I always say, it's the realest thing without spending millions of dollars to go real racing out here. So definitely, which I say that a lot of times, but I'm going to tell you what, we could get in here to a conversation. I know they do a podcast a lot of times. Check it out on GForceRL.com. They need to talk about, because I've talked about it many times on some of my streams, about sim racing and equipment that a lot of guys use. And boy, you can go as much as $500 to $50,000 and $100,000.
Yeah, you can get up there.
So you can go
folks
much.
At the race I was at this weekend, there was one young man, Tanner Von Doren, who was doing very well, and it was like, hey, this kid got his start in iRacing like a lot of them do. So if you want to learn racing, big pileup already. This is what you want to do. Yes, it is. Boy, I was on Aiden Young in the back there. Blake Chapman, I tell you what, he looks like a Skittle man flapping all over the track, but he's in 12th right now. That puts Cody, well, I just went on Cody, and guess what? Cody's out of it. So
Unfortunately,
So
yeah, he
these
just
are gonna be
crashed on
your
the
starters.
infield. These are pretty much your starters. All you got to do is pretty much just survive and lead well. Actually, you don't even have to survive.
That's true, but also too, I think the big thing now is we've seen all the trouble these guys have been having getting around the track. Right now, you're probably looking for marks. You're probably looking for the line that's going to work best. So I would think that the concentration level is extremely high right now.
Everybody's trying that low line. I see he's got a good battle run here, running about the third, fourth place. John Hine, Ryan Beagle and company. That's a really, really good slide job putting on. But
Good
you can see them
three-car
just
race.
having a hard time on the inside. They're trying to make it work. They get a good, I said it before, they get a good run going into the middle. But it just seems like that car wants to dig in the middle of the turn. Watch it right here, Doug, as he goes in. John Hine does. He gets a good slide going in, but it just kind of digs in the middle. And it just kills all that momentum coming off, and that high line just rumbles right past.
A lot of times the drivers will call that shearing the car. When you can't get the car to steer, a lot of times you just throw it and let it slide for a little bit and then try to catch it with your right foot with the throttle. And it looks like that's what a lot of guys are having to do out here right now.
Yeah, it just will not do it. It looks like it plants the car in. You can really, really see it. But now John Hines traveled up top there a little bit.
See, he's looking.
Yeah, let's go back in the back here because Aiden Young now is having a good little battle back in around 8th, 9th, just trying to find some. White flags out already here. Lane Snook, boy, I tell you what, that kid, he's out front. He's coming out of the last turn. He's going to take it here. And the B main, boy, that was fast and furious right there. Wow. And
won by almost a full straightaway.
Yes, he did. Lane Snook pulling it off. He's going to the feature here tonight. What's up, Blake? How you doing? Just in the Rebels race.
Kid in a car, right? Somebody put this kid in a full-size car in the non-virtual world. I want to see how he does.
Well, folks, I'll tell you what, as real quick here tomorrow night, before we go to Nationals tomorrow night, tune in. Like we said before, Echelon Sprint Wraps. They definitely are going to they're going to have their
Triple Crown charity
There you go.
event. So,
and I'm going to let Doug take a lot of that tomorrow night because we've got a lot of sponsors that are going to be involved. A lot of great things are going to be involved. So please, check it out. Tune in tomorrow, but we'll be right back after this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, race fans, we're back here for the feature here tonight, and I tell you what, this is our Renegade 360 Sprints. As my wife and young one in the background here are talking about Romeo and Juliet. Well, there's not going to be a Romeo and Juliet story here tonight. There's just going to be all about a guy that's just going to be in victory lane. How's that? So we got our Strickland GMC feature here tonight. As our Renegades.
Oh, come on. Let's work with me on this, okay? Wherefore art thou, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Well, we got something special to start here. You're more familiar with it than I am, and unfortunately, the other week, if you was tuned in, Bill Caldner, his grandson, unfortunately, had a... I'm going to say it was almost like a heart attack. His heart stopped, unfortunately, at work. They was unable to get him. Had him on life support. Fortunately, they took him off life support, and he passed away several hours later. 26 years old. Hate that.
That's horrible.
That's just really, really young.
Way
but,
too young.
Yeah, like you just said, is way too young on that one. But I'm going to let you explain on what they're going to do here on this first lap.
And you can see, as you look at the lineup right now, this is called the missing man formation, and this is very common in a lot of races. We were actually at a memorial race earlier this year for somebody in Canandaigua. So they're going to leave that pole spot open, as you can see. Obviously, they're not going to start that way coming out of turn 4, but this is in the memory of Bill Calder's grandson, Steve. For everybody in the family, everybody who knew him, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and obviously the thoughts and prayers of all the racers tonight are with you as well.
And, you know, it just stems, like I say, even from the virtual world to the real world. I know he had probably a lot to do in the real world because Bill Caldner obviously loves, a lot of the real side of racing in dirt, but very heavily involved in here in the GForce Racing League. And like I said, first time I've ever seen like a missing man formation. I've seen the 4-wide salute, which is obviously a salute to the fans that they do in real life dirt racing and whatnot. So that's just kind of awesome to see that, the league does it. Unfortunately, thoughts and prayers out there to Bill Caldner and his family. We don't want to see anybody pass. We don't want to see anybody sick or anything. At any age, obviously, when you get older, sometimes you're like, acceptable or whatever. It's really not. But, but at 26, it's like, wow.
26 is horrible.
That's just young. But
And you see what we did there too, Joe. We threw the caution flag right after the yellow, and if you notice, that for those of you watching, that the drivers didn't go, they were told that this is how it was going to work. So now they're going to form up for real, and this will be the real start here, Joey.
well, Strickland GMC here featured tonight.
Nice job.
And I tell you what, green flag flies, and hey, Stephen Goldner says, well, got to go, time to race it. I'm out of here. Matthew Croak and company, and already up there against that wall. We saw that in the heat races here tonight.
Well, this is a tough track, Joe. You and I and Roger were talking about that before, and I remember last Thursday when we ran here, I went and ran some laps here beforehand, and man, I'll tell you, it's humbling. So my hat is off to all these drivers to get around this track.
I'm not sure.
Out here, Joe.
Did they just not get lined up or on that?
No, I thought somebody got into somebody.
Yeah, I'm trying to. My thing's flipping around on me a little bit, but I didn't see anybody spinning.
I thought I saw something at the back, but I don't.
It might have been Aiden
know.
Young and them, because Aiden was in the back there, but I don't want to jump on and say that's who it was. Right now, obviously, you'll see the ticker's probably flipping around. That's all because it's trying to catch up with everything going on with all the cautions, green flags being thrown, and so forth, so on. But looks like they're going to go single file.
I noticed they're running through every name and had black flags cleared. I wonder if. Yeah, maybe so, that start like that maybe did something to the
it could
race
have
control,
it could have, and that's probably what it was. Probably got some black flags and a deal there because looked like what that was. They had to throw that caution there to get them lined back up. Green flags back out again, and I tell you what, out front, there you go.
No, not yet. Pace truck's still out there.
Not going to go again.
Yeah, I think Stephen Goldner thought it was green.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get them lined up. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get them lined up, folks. That's what it is. And sometimes this happens, even on a 4-wide salute when they do it. They have to sometimes keep throwing a caution out to get them lined back up because iRacing wants to constantly keep throwing cautions. And yes, no, my ticker's not broke up there, folks. What happened is it's trying to get lined up too with all the people.
Yeah, and they just keep clearing black flags here too. I noticed that, so I would imagine it's some type of scoring issue. We had one at the track I was at this weekend. They had a loop in the pits, and a car stopped right on top of the loop, and it kept pinging, and next thing you know, he was like 15 laps ahead of everybody else. So these things do happen in the digital world.
It does, and right now we finally got a green flag out here, and like we just said, Stephen Goldner, the man up front right there, he's definitely taking it out front, but in the battle's on for second place, Chase Hess. Oh, Kyle Mooney had to get out of it a little bit. Well, you just see some, you normally don't see a lot of, hitting each other on these cars, but tonight these guys are just knocking on each other.
And the thing that happened here, too, is that since everybody was kind of spread out on the start, you look at your leader, and he's going to hit traffic here in another lap or two, which is kind of early in this. So a versatile race car that can run low, high, middle is probably what's going to win tonight. And we'll always talk about once that leader gets into traffic, the disaster lurks in every corner. Brennan Lacey right there just bounced off the wall. We've seen that a couple times all night long. They're getting up there on that cushion, and that thing just gets a little upset, and it gets up into the wall. But he's hanging on to the 6th place spot right now. Ryan Beagle, though, yellow flag is out. Was it the Beagle Mobile?
I think it was Matthew Croak.
Okay.
Go back here and watch it. I'm going to go back on the Malcolm Mills replay here, and we'll just go on Matthew, and he just slung that thing coming out the turn. That's another thing I'm seeing all night long is not only in an inside, the thing's just kind of digging and it looks like it's losing a lot, but really loose coming out of the turns. I'm watching him here as he's up on the top side there. Oh, a car gets into the wall. Nope, that's not him. He goes around it. He slings it on the inside. And didn't the caution come out? But didn't even see a car spin, so I'm not sure.
All right.
Well,
I have a feeling Stephen Goldner might not have minded that caution quite so much because they were 3 wide in front of him, and I just saw one of the cars that was aware. I couldn't catch the number. One of them on the outside just smacked off the wall, so maybe Stephen Goldner doesn't mind that one bit as we're back to green.
Green flag, and Steve gets another jump out there. Like I said, when he catches traffic here on this kind of a short style track, it's danger lurks at every corner. He's out front. Chase Hess there in second. Sean Bowers hanging on the third. Terry Landis there as you got a group of machines hanging on about the third on back spot.
New skin this week too for Chase Hess. Like it. The purple on there, very nice. We're watching down low as, who is that? Bowers down there way at the bottom trying to make that work?
You know what? I saw that down there, and he actually looked like he don't think that was Bowers. That was
Or is that Terry Landis?
Terry Landis. He
That's
actually
Terry Landis,
hopped the tire down there for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that thing, bounce off. But look at this battle up front. Chase Hess has been able to chase down Stephen Goldner, and we talk about Terry. He's the first one I've seen made that low line work.
And it really is right now. His lap times, he is, I think, the fastest car out there right now. He's being shown second that time around, but I have a feeling he could be in the lead. And we got another one going down there. I think it's Lane Snook, who's also looking down there, too.
That's right. Don't look twice, man. The young man there, Lane Snook, like you said, is going to try to see if he can't pull it off. He won our B main here earlier. Battles up front, though. Terry Landis has got the low line top side here for Stephen Goldner. He's up in the cushion. Landis not been able to get that bite coming off the turn. That's what I was talking about all night long. You see that low line, it just kind of digs into the dirt. Can't quite get that move off, but he's been the only one I've seen to be able to push momentum off the low line, through the turn.
Yeah, because in the middle of the corner, it looks like he's going to get him. And then as they come out of the corner, that's where running the high line and being able to jump on that gas pedal a little quicker keeps Goldner in the lead. But I have a feeling this race is not over by any means, Joey.
Absolutely not, because here's the thing. You're going to have to contest with a lot of lap traffic, and this is the thing that Terry needs to look at. The problem is where's lap traffic go? Normally it goes down low and gets out of the way. Well, that's where Terry is. That's going to benefit Steven up top, but if he gets up there with somebody that's battling in front of him, but right now it looks like Steven is up there as Terry loses a lot and then gets hit by Lane. Ouch.
They both kept going, just lost some space on the track, but boy, I'm surprised that wasn't a yellow, and now the yellow has come out. I'm not sure if it was for that. I think someone spun, the white car there. I can't see the number on the side he spun. Whew, that was crazy. That was intense.
Well, let's go back here, Malcolm Mills replay, see if we can't catch what happened on that caution. And again, Stephen Goldner probably thinking, I was in the middle of traffic.
Yeah.
Now I ain't got to worry about it. So these cautions are flying at the right time for him.
I'm curious if anybody else is going to go down there. What are you seeing on the replay there, Joe?
Looks like it was Brendan Lacey that went around, just caught the top side wall, spun around. It's saying Matthew Croak, but it has said that the last couple times and it's meant wrong, so I don't know. I think what y'all are seeing out there, folks, as far as the ticker on the cautions, it's flipping, and the reason being is because it's actually trying to catch up with the running order also, and that's just data going in between it and iRacing and so forth and so on. Obviously, you don't see it during the race when it goes green, but you see it during caution, and it's just trying to catch up. As green flag flies, back out front here, Stephen Goldner again. Now he's got Chase Hess right there on his back to Cush Bar.
There's Sean Bowers right there on the top line as well. Landis again, that's the blue car that you see down on the inside, the powder blue. He's sticking with that line. He's going to try to make that work.
Yes, it is. You got Chase Hess right there trying to chase down the man in front of him, Stephen Goldner. They're both up top, though, utilizing the cushion up there for the moment. And you said it earlier, remember, there's not much of a cushion here. No. These guys are just almost planted on the wall, and it's a risk versus reward because disaster could happen up there. Sean Bowers hanging on to third, Terry Landis there in fourth. Now, he's still hanging in that low line, still trying to get it to work, but it looks like it's falling off.
And one of the things that happens in the non-virtual world in situations like this where they do run up on the wall, they toss a little bit of loose stuff up on that wall every time and it comes back down. So sometimes it can get a little marbly with about that last 2 feet right next to the wall. Goldner still leading. Chase Hess trying to run him down. Sean Bowers right there as well as once again they're starting to catch some of that slower traffic. Did he find his paper, Joe?
Yeah, he found his paper. Yellow's out, and it looks like that's going to be Connor Ross, as we saw it right there live. He just kind of spun it around there coming out of the turn.
Had a tough break in his heat race, now a tough break here in the feature. But, he's from a racing family, so he'll improve. He'll get this.
Strickland GMC here tonight. And I tell you what, we always say Strickland GMC. If you're looking for a car, truck, check those guys out. And if you're looking for a crate motor for your,
that's right,
dirt car, definitely. They do
They're a
those
GM dealer.
too.
For your
up
hot
there.
rod, even.
Yeah.
You know, those crates are good
Yeah.
motors for your hot rod. I got a Camaro out in my garage that's got a crate in it. And,
Does it run?
It's nice and reliable. It runs good, man. It had that little 170
surprised.
horsepower 305 in it before, and now I got 360 horse. It's a good time.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
So check them out, man. And GMC makes some quality looking vehicles, man. I'm telling you. You know, the new pickup trucks.
Yeah.
The
Okay, I'm gonna plug the
interior is
sponsor. I'm gonna plug the
amazing.
sponsor. They do great. They're doing really good. I'm Ford man.
I know. But I got a friend of mine's got
But-
one of the new Chevys. He took me for a ride in it over the weekend. Oh my God, it's so nice
But
inside. It really
I will
is.
say this, like I said, if you're looking for a good good car truck, man, check out Strictly GMC. Those guys will definitely get you hooked up. Rick and all those guys up there in the Canada area, they'll definitely get you hooked up. And we appreciate them coming on board here, been
Yes, we
title
do.
sponsors there. So all things aside, hey, definitely been
And
Rick
even-
guys out there. Love you guys coming on here. As green
And
flags
even-
back out. What's that?
Even for a Ford guy like you, Joey, remember they take all kinds of stuff in trade too. So just because you see GMC on the sign does not mean there's not other things there.
Oh, yeah,
So,
if you're looking for a used car truck, definitely check them out. I mean, they're
Yes.
definitely going to have all kinds of things there. I mean, anything. He'll sell you what you want. If they've got it on the lot or if they can try
If
to
he
find
doesn't,
it, so
he'll get
definitely
it.
check them out. Sean Bowers right now, though, man, in
Nice.
5th place. He's got a good battle happening there with Jess Bandy, Terry Landis, and Kyle Mooney.
Yeah, look at this back here. This is really something. White flag out. One more
Oh,
lap
man, I
to
tell you,
go.
white flag out
Stephen
already.
Goldner.
This has been a fast track here tonight.
That's
Stephen
really only a quarter
Goldner.
mile track.
Let's see what's going to happen out of the last turn. Chase Hess not going to get it done. Stephen Goldner is going to win it here. Chase Hess going to come in second. Kyle Mooney's going to hold on to third. And I tell you what, folks, just like that, I've always said before,
That was fast.
you blink, and we're in the next week. You go in the next room, and we're in the next season. That's just how quick it happens here on dirt track racing. And especially with a track like this, Fairbury, again, to me, similar to a Kokomo, because those tracks just look so small.
They do. And how about Chase Hess on that last lap? He gave it everything he had, ended up slapping that sprint car up on the wall, trying to do what he could to run down Stephen Goldner. So solid effort there by Chase Hess and by Kyle Moonen, who finished back there. We call him Mooney. He was back in third, so good run for him.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, here we go. Let's get these guys up here, and we're going to get a word for them. Appreciate everybody tuning in on that one. It was an awesome one here, and while we're waiting for some of these guys to get up here, folks, like I say, tomorrow night definitely will be the start of a charity week here. We got a great one, Espelon Sprint Wraps, Triple Crown charity event this week. It's going to be a good cause. Guys, if you're not signed up, go to GForceRL.com, folks, out there for all the information. All the information on it for it there. Definitely check it out. So, we're going to be tuned in. It's going to be great. All of them going to be broadcasted. So awesome one there. Sprint second place man here, Chase Hess. Let's get a word with him.
Chase, Doug Elkins up here in the booth. How we doing? How was the race for you? Chase, Doug Elkins in the booth. Are you there, sir?
Yeah, I got you.
How was that race? I noticed you gave it everything you had coming out of that last corner. It ended up bouncing her off the wall a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I had a little bit of practice coming from the Rebels, so that definitely helped me out. Being able to run the top for 30 laps before this.
Joey and I were talking about how difficult this track is. You guys are a heck of a lot more skilled than we are at it. Is this one of the more difficult iRacing tracks?
I think what makes it difficult is the fact that it's basically becomes one line at the end of these races. So if you can't run the top, you'll fall back. Like, the only guy that can make it work probably down low is Landis.
Mm-hmm. Did you see him down there? Did he actually get by you at one point? It kind of looked like he did.
Yeah, he was by me at one point, but then something happened and he got crossed up in the middle of the corner and ended up having to plow it into the wall to get around him.
That's still a fun race to watch. It really was from our end. Anything you could have done differently there in those last couple laps to catch Steven?
Maybe try to throw a slider or two, but I didn't really want to give up second.
I get that. Any thank yous you'd like to get out, Chase, before we let you go?
Thanks to the SGR guys. Steven helps me out during the week. He doesn't race with us on Monday because he was up in Renegades with the rest of the week. Me and him race together. He helped us a lot. Just thanks to him. Thanks to the girlfriend. Dealing with kids who like him come play.
Mm-hmm. I like the new skin, too. It looked real sharp, man. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Chase Hess, our second place finisher.
Yes, he did, and did an outstanding job. Let's bring up third place man here, Kyle Mooney.
Kyle Mooney, fourth to third. Kind of a wild race for you. Walk me through it. How were things out there?
It was a little wild. It was pretty. Kind of felt like I was all over the place yeah, felt like I was all over the place at first, and kind of got it figured out there towards the end.
What did you do to figure it out? Because Joe and I noticed that some of you guys looked like you were having a little bit of trouble getting around. What did you do to fix that with the way you drove it?
It was just, I guess my setup was a little better up top, and I was trying to make I could see the bottom was working there for a minute, and tried that, and it just wasn't working down there, so I had to move it back up and just keep the tires from spinning.
Did you move the wing around at all during that one?
Yeah, a little forward and backward.
Forward, okay.
Yeah, when I was down at the bottom and back up top.
That's the move. Move it forward to hug the bottom, move it back to run the top. Is conventional wisdom pretty much then, Kyle?
Not necessarily.
Okay, it worked for you though, right?
Yeah, it just depends.
Any thank yous you'd like to get out? Anyone you'd like to say thanks to? Or is he gone? I think we might have lost him, Joey.
Still there, but hey, third place man right there, Kyle Mooney. Hey, just sometimes these guys, man, just not a lot to say if they let their actions, man, show on the track. Well, let's bring the band up here to put it up here tonight for the in our victory lane here for the Southern Patio Enclosures victory lane. That is this man right here, Stephen Goldner, getting it done all night long. Stephen, Joey the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you what, looked fast out there, but this track looked a little treacherous at times. Let us give us an idea of what you were feeling, because in those heat races, it looked like this place was kind of slick.
The heat races were good. Heat races were really fast. I struggled to have the confidence to go up top and run the very top, but we ended up figuring it out by the end of the race when it got slick. So that's, I guess, where it mattered, because the top was pretty dominant late in the race after we got 15-20 laps on the track.
And you're right. Now I gotta ask, some of them cautions came out, it looked like at the right time for you. You were catching lap traffic. Was that bothering you a little bit with Chase behind you?
When Terry was running the bottom and I was running the top, I was a little worried because I knew he was a little bit faster than I was, and I got lucky with one lap car, and then I didn't know how the rest was going to play out, but I got lucky with that caution for sure. I mean, Chase was definitely fast too, so he had a good car tonight, and he's from the Rebels, so there's a lot of experience and good guys throughout this league.
Oh, absolutely, definitely the Rebels class, Renegades class out here tonight, man. Some of the top brands here in the G-Force. Now, I gotta ask, charity race starting tomorrow. Are you gonna be able to running in it to try to get to the Monday feature?
Yeah, the plan is to run hopefully tomorrow, but I do have other commitments with another league, so we're gonna try to run either way. But depends when the league finishes. But I'm hoping, worst case scenario, I can start tail of a B main tomorrow night and see where we end up.
Hey, no doubt about it. Tell you what, either way, you put it in victory lane here for the Southern Patio Enclosures victory here tonight. Strickland GMC for the Renegade Series here to Monday Night Madness. Got anybody you want to thank for the win there, Steven?
Yeah, I got to thank all the bandy guys, Brandon, Jesse, Kyle, Fitzy, and Lacey there. They're all top-notch guys and really quick, and they're helping me get a little bit faster. Gotta thank Powerhouse Motorsports, Wagaman Bros, C-Speed Design, BuyOil.com, and Bandy Built Race Cars.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, man, an awesome group of sponsors there, and an awesome run tonight for you there, Stephen Goldner. Again, congratulations on the win.
Thanks a lot. Hopefully I'll talk to you guys next Monday for the charity race.
There you go, man. I tell you what, Stephen Goldner, fast week in and week out. Let's get our unofficial results here, and I tell you what a wild night here tonight for the our Strickland GMC feature, and for the guys out here for our Renegade Series. You see Stephen Goldner put it in victory lane. Well, Doug, tomorrow night, like you said, Essalon Wraps are putting on the charity event. Starts tomorrow. It's going to be Wednesday also. Now, obviously, check out GForceTV on YouTube, folks. Tuesday and Thursday will be also on OSR Network on Facebook, but Wednesday I know y'all will be strictly straight through on the GeForce TV on YouTube, and Doug's going to be an awesome event.
It really is. We got 3 straight nights of racing. 8 and 9:30 are the starting times there. We're going to go Sunday and Monday as well. This is all for a good cause for young Lennox Mobley, who was burned in an incident down at Port Royal. It all goes to the Steve King Foundation. GForceRL.com. You can find out more. And even if you're not racing, you can go there and donate. And just one closing thought, Joe. Remember how Steve Goldner said he might have to come through the Consi? Or if there's anybody who can come through the Consi and still end up on the front stretch afterwards, it might just be Stephen Goldner. It's going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely, and definitely going to be entertaining. So tune in tomorrow night. It's going to be an awesome one there as we kick off the charity week here for the GeForce Racing there. That's the line, the Sprint Wraps charities. And definitely check it out, GeForce TV YouTube. For myself and Doug and everybody, everyone have a good night.